Yo, so I was gonna build this thingamajiggy, and I was like, should I make a video? Should I not make a video? And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Why not make a video? I'm gonna see if I can do it at the same time because I'm bad at multitasking. This is the little toolbox that I use for working at TaskRabbit. TaskRabbit is a great job. Like, if you want to do anything, like if you have the urge to work, I suggest that you try out TaskRabbit and take it seriously, because a lot of these people, they aren't really taking it seriously, and they take it as a joke, even though it's a real job. They see it and they're like, this is not a real job. Like, how are they going to pay me for building furniture? And bro, it's a legit job. It's something that you do as a living, and it's something that you can live off of. You can live off it for a good month. It kind of feels like people are watching you, and they're engaging like how much you need for that month. So if you live in an apartment and they are expecting to hire you for like the full month, if they hire you for the full month, you're going to get enough for your rent. Now, granted, my rent was about $600 a month. So I guess you could say they didn't have to pay me that much, but it's not like I was just working TaskRabbit. See, I wasn't just working TaskRabbit. I was also working Instacart, and I was working Uber, and I was bouncing back and forth between all of those jobs. And was I having fun? Yeah, I was having a lot of fun doing it. Fun enough for a guy that is schizophrenic and can't get his shit together type of thing. But yeah, like, I was actually able to do it. I was surprised. Like, I didn't think that I would be able to hold out on my own for that long. So I was out there for like 6 months. I was out doing my living alone for 6 months. And this kid, Ahmed, I know him from school. Do I remember exactly from when? The answer is no. I don't remember. But I just remember him, and we're talking back and forth, and I'm asking him, like, I was surprised. I was like, what? He was like, do you go to UBHC? That's where I go to for my mental health. And he's like, I was like, yeah, I go to UABHC. Why? He's like, oh, I go there too. I was like, you go there? Really? For what? And he's like, schizophrenia. I was like, I was diagnosed with schizophrenia. What about you? He's like, same. I was like, what? No way. No way that I could find someone else that has that same problem. And that was really interesting. I was just like, you actually have schizophrenia? I've never met somebody else with it. I know that they say that the amount of people that have it is very small generally. Not a lot of people have it. Like, I think it sounds like a lot, but it's not a lot. Like not 1,000. It was more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I got 4 of them. Now I need 1 of those. So yeah, I'm talking to him right now currently. I should answer him back, but I'm really shy. So like don't not really shy. I guess I'm just annoyed at the same time because I have to answer people. So like back to that video that I just made, and I was talking about how I felt like I had to suck dick for money. And that is a very true story. Like I can't even lie about that. Like that's something dumb to lie about. You know what I mean? Like who wants to, unless you're trying to get views or something like that. I don't know. I'm just here so that you don't get fluff because I feel like that's what there is a lot of. Like there's just people talking and they're not really, you can't really, like connect with them because they're just on some other level. They're just on some other level and you don't really feel like you can be a part of their world because they get to travel a bunch and they have a bunch of money that they can spend and you're sitting there like I don't have that much money to spend. So if you're looking for someone that's like relatable, I would definitely be your person. That's what I think. A relatable person who's broke. Are you broke? Is that what you're asking? Are you broke? Because we're broke too. And if we're all broke together, seems like we could be friends, right? How do you get this on? So anyway, I woke up one day. This story is gonna be mad random. The stories I'm gonna tell you guys are gonna be mad random. Like you would have to seriously be following me to even connect the dots because I'm telling you some random stories. Oh, how do you do this? This is impossible. This is my first time doing this, by the way. Like, this is no. If it gets way too hard, I'll definitely turn off the camera and be like, yo, no, son, I don't know. I don't get it. Because I've definitely built furniture and I was freaking out. I was doing TaskRabbit for the first time. And I was like, okay, like, how am I supposed to do this job if I don't know how to build furniture? And I was just going back and forth with myself. And I was like, bro, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this. And it's like, why not? Why wouldn't you do it? And it's like, I just don't think that it's a good idea to do because I don't know how to build furniture, dude. Like, and it's like everybody knows how to build furniture. Anybody can fucking do it, dude. Look how much money you'll be making. I was just looking at it. And at that time, I was getting paid like, let's say like $20 an hour from Instacart. But I just wanted to do something more. And unfortunately, I think that that is our kryptonite as humans. We just want to do more. We feel like we should be doing more, which is why I make these like videos because I'm unemployed, but I have a disability check. So it's not like I'm in need of money. Like I get money every month. It's not a lot of money, but it's a good decent amount to live off of. As long as you have a place to live and family that will take care of you and help you out. And yeah, definitely. Like, that's why my dad freaks out, because he's like, I don't know what you're going to do if we're gone. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start making videos. So I started making videos. But anyway, back to TaskRabbit. So at TaskRabbit, I was wondering how I should do this furniture thing. And it was like, bro, you're making $20 an hour, but wouldn't it be nice to have something that you can count on? I don't know what I was thinking exactly, to tell you the truth. I was thinking a lot of things, but I generally wanted to do more. I wanted, because TaskRabbit, I mean, Instacart and Uber, those are kind of like dead end jobs. You don't feel like you can go anywhere with it. Like, eventually you'll start making more money, but it's not fast enough and it's not rewarding enough. Like, don't get me wrong, like, the money that you make from Instacart and Uber, you make a lot of money. Uber Eats, sorry, not just Uber, it was Uber Eats. You make a decent amount of money on Uber Eats. Like, the problem with us is that if there is something available for us to do, we'll do it. And we have to learn how to stop doing that, because that's how they take advantage of us. Because they're like, as long as you feel like you need to constantly do more, we'll give you more stuff to do, but just know that there's dead ends in this life. And I'm just sitting there like, I feel like I'm at a dead end. I feel like I could do more. And I really felt like I could do more. So I started to do more. I started to do TaskRabbit, Instacart, and Uber Eats, and Roadie. I started doing them all. And I felt good. Like, I felt like I was doing something. TaskRabbit is like a puzzle. It's not just a job, it's a puzzle, which is what got me hooked, because I was like, bro, I can't believe that this is not just any random job that you're thinking of. Like, you actually have control over how much money you make. And you're wondering, like, what are you talking about? You have control over how much you make. You pick how much money you make per hour on TaskRabbit. The minimum hours of TaskRabbit that you, like, say, like, you go and do a job and they ask you to deliver something, and it takes you 45 minutes to deliver it. You know, getting ready, getting out of your house, driving to the destination, and then driving back to your house. Let's say it took 45 minutes. The minimum amount that you're able to charge on TaskRabbit is 1 hour. So you are guaranteed an hour's worth of work for each job. And each job can definitely go between 1 hour to 12 hours. I've been on a job where I worked 12 hours straight for $45 an hour. So $45 an hour. I was getting paid as much as a nurse. 45. And I'm being dead serious. Like, these aren't numbers that I'm making up. I wish I could post my earnings, because I definitely took screenshots of it, because, you know, I knew that nobody would believe me what I was doing. So I was like, let me take screenshots of what I'm doing. And let me prove to these people that this is what I'm doing. Because I really wanted to show Ryan, I wanted to show May, I wanted to show Trey. I wanted to show TJ. I wanted to show all those guys that I was able to do something that was like basically unheard of. You know what I mean? Like, I'm making so much money right now per hour. And this is a real app. So I got everybody together and I was like, yo, look what I'm doing. And TJ was like, how about you hire me? I'll work with you and then you pay me from whatever you make. And I was like, nah. I want to make the money myself. Like, I want you to join as well so that we both have money coming in and we could get stuff going. Because me and my friends were always trying to get famous. Like, I don't know if that's what you and your friends do, but me and May, our goal is to get famous. You know what I mean? Like, me and TJ, our goal was to get famous. Me and Trey, our goal was to get famous. And I have all these people that want to become famous around me, and it's like, it's affecting me. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, why do all these people want to be famous? Like, what's so good about fame that you guys want to do that for? But the fame question started coming with Dan. Like, Dan was like, would you want to be famous? And we were sitting there like, what are you talking about, bro? And he's like, if you were to become famous, would you want to be famous? Like, it's a question. We're like, I don't know. We were high as hell. We were high as balls, and we're just sitting there like, I was feeling myself. I was like, if I was famous, would I want to be famous? Like, would I want all that fame, that success, but everything that comes with fame? Like, I don't get this. Hold on. But yeah, everything that comes with fame, the paparazzi, the constant sharing your life and trying to please everyone and making sure that you don't fall off or get canceled or whatever, and all that type of fame, you know, like, would you want to be famous? And we're just sitting there like, I'm like, nah, I don't think I want that part of fame. I want to be the background guy. I want to be like the guy that makes so much money that everybody knows, and you know, just be that type of famous. You know, like a scientist, you know, like a scientist gets famous in their community, you know. They generally get famous in their community. And when they get famous in the community, it's not like everybody knows them. But if you were to see them on TV or something like that, you'd be like, oh, I know that person from like Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory started bringing out all these famous scientists. And you definitely were like, oh, bro, I know that guy. Like, I know you people were definitely like, oh, I know that guy. I've seen him before. I don't think I have time to do this, to tell you the truth, because I think my dad is going to call me at any moment, and it's going to be very annoying. But if he does, I will cut this short. You know, I've talked a lot already. I'm only on step 4. There is, oh shit, bro. There's 13 steps. This so brings me back to TaskRabbit, bro. But yeah, the famous talk. Famous talk, TaskRabbit. So that's my first encounter with the question of fame. And it felt very real. You know what I mean? Like it didn't feel like he was just randomly asking. It was like, no, seriously, it's a serious question. Do you want to become famous? Like, he asked it as if it was a guaranteed thing. And he was like, no, seriously, think about it. Think about it. And we're like, okay. Because that's how Dan was. Dan was weird. Just like everybody is. Everybody's fucking weird. But Dan was also hanging out with us, and we were 19, 18, 19, and Dan was like 24. So there was a slight age gap there. It was May's boyfriend, and I was May's friend. So that's how we got connected. I need this piece, and then I need a circular piece. Found it. I'm telling you, bro. Like, if I had the patience to do what needed to be done, you know what I mean? Like, I feel so bad when I look back. I feel so bad when I look back on, oh shit. I have to go get that. I found it. Oh crap. I was not expecting that. But I feel bad when I think back to like everything that I did. I always feel like it was generally my fault that I was failing so much, because I was smoking weed, and every time I smoked weed, something bad would happen. Like it was a guaranteed thing that something bad was going to happen. And my family started to see that, so they started to get real paranoid about it. And I just talked about this in my last video, but like my dad just threatened me. I say threaten because that's how I see it, bro. Like, you did not have to tell me that way. But he was telling me, he was like, if you start doing drugs again, if you go back to the facility, you can't see your friend anymore. You can't see Ryan anymore. And I was just like, what are you talking about, dude? I'm not doing drugs. But that's how paranoid and afraid my family has become of me failing again. Because they're like, oh my gosh, bro, like you've failed so many times and we've seen you fail so many times, and we just don't know what to do at this point. Are you guys seeing this? I hope you're seeing this. As I slowly get this done. Okay, wait, this is a little confusing. Okay, that goes there. Why is it upside down all of a sudden? Yeah, so Ryan, we have to watch out. We have to figure out what to do about this whole situation, because I love my friends. It's not like I don't like them. They're great friends. But Ryan does have a little problem. He does drink and drive a lot. And that's definitely something that he has to work on. because there's no point of getting in trouble for shit like that. Like I get that you have the money to pay those people off and like you don't have to think about it too much. Like you have the money to do it, but the fact that you have a DUI on your license now means that you have to pay crazy amount of money for insurance now. And that shit just doubles up. It just, oh my gosh, I can't even think about how much money it costs. Like for me, I have money and I love my money, meaning that if I get money, I'm going to do a lot of things with it and nobody's going to stop me type shit. So to see somebody that's like just being like, yo, DUI, not that big of a deal. I'll just pay for it and that's it. It's just like, bro, $10,000. They have those freaking commercials up and you never wish that on anybody. Like sometimes you're like, I've been depressed. So like at times I was like, no, I've been in situational awareness, meaning that I know that my life is depressing and nobody can tell me otherwise. Like, bro, I'm not dumb. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not dumb. I know my life sucks. But it's been slowly, it's been showing me another side of the world that I never thought was possible with a lot of pain. It's very painful seeing yourself fail. And that's like what I want to tell my dad. I want to be like, yo, listen, dude, I don't want to fail either. Don't think that I want to fail. I'm trying my very best. And if it doesn't seem like I'm trying my best, then call me out on it. But please do not threaten me. Talk to me like a human being. Because that's a big thing about having a mental illness. You do feel threatened a lot of the time because like there'll be points where you're taken to the hospital and when you're in the hospital, these people aren't really talking to you. They're just like telling you what to do. They're just like, the only time they talk to you is when it feels like they're trying to trick you because I said this before, but they'll be like, do you want to go involuntary or involuntary? And they start asking you a bunch of questions. They'll be like, how do you feel today? What day is it today? And then you're just sitting there like, oh my gosh, they're going to take me in. They're going to admit me into the hospital. And you know how long that's going to take? That's going to take 2 weeks to a month. And then sometimes it's even longer. It's even longer than a month. This could go on for 6 months, like a year. And it's not even just that. It's the fact that since you're being admitted into the hospital, they're going to it's not required. They're going to tell you to go to do therapy, and they're going to tell you to do intensive therapy. So intensive therapy requires you to do therapy for about, wait, how the hell does this go? Oh, okay. Intensive therapy can last from anywhere from 3 months to 6 months. Like you have to do intensive therapy. Intensive therapy means like it's multiple therapy sessions per week. So I've done 3 months of therapy 3 times a week. at times for like a month, you'll do therapy 5 days a week. And my family made me, it was court appointed at this point because I've been to the hospitals too many times. And it also depends on what judge you get. The judge will either let you off nice, like he won't force you to do too much therapy. They'll either just let you off or they'll require you to do therapy. Then it's court ordered therapy. So you have to do it or you might get arrested. And that's how they treat people with mental illness. They punish them over and over. And you're just like, I don't understand the punishment. Can't you do it a different way? Like, can't you be more lenient to these people? Why do you treat them that way? I wonder why. I really do wonder why people with mental illness get treated the way that they do. I think it's more like, the X-Men, how there was mutants and the mutants got treated like second-class citizens. That's exactly how people with mental illness are treated because we make a lot of mistakes. It's very true. There's no lie there. We make a lot of mistakes. And it could be like the whole world is watching us and we will still fail. And people take that to heart, quote unquote. Like, when I say heart, quote unquote, it means like, bro, like they're faking it. Like it's not even that big of a deal for them. You know what I mean? Like some person along the way thought that we need to start treating these people like this because they keep fucking up. They keep messing up and nothing is working for them. So we have to get something that works for them. And what they decided to do was punish us. And punishing people doesn't work too well. You know what I mean? When you start punishing people, people start getting pissed off. People start to think certain things. Hold on. How in the world does this work? 6. We're on step 7, guys. Oh, okay. So you're supposed to do it like that. Guys, this is hard. And talking at the same time, bro. Oh no. I knew I did this wrong. It didn't seem right. This definitely didn't seem right. Oh, God. Oh, wait. I think I can figure it out. Oh, yeah, that's how it will go. I know I'm not saying much about it because I kind of feel like I don't know if it's needed, basically. That's how that one goes. I don't know if it's needed to punish people. I don't think that it is. For me to be like, yeah, I think that we should, like, if it's a terrorist, I think that we should like, you know what they do when they put the water on the person's face while they have like a what's it called? Oh my gosh. A towel over their face. I feel like it's called waterboarding or something like that. Well, they have a towel over their face and it gives them the sensation of drowning. And so do I think that we should be treating people like that? No, absolutely not. So why do we do it in other ways? And the fact that we've been doing it tells you something about society. Like, unfortunately, that's not going to change anytime soon. Like, these people are going to continually punish people and call it justice or call it behavioral management. And that's how I kind of feel about aftercare for mental patients. So you have, oh, let's see. Look how it's coming out, guys. It's coming out pretty cool. Like, this seemed like the hardest. Nope. That was not the hardest part. I talked too soon. I talked way too soon because I'm on. So we finished these steps 1, 2 to 6. So now we're going to be on. We're at 37 minutes. Not bad while talking. You know, having a conversation. But yeah. I guess I'll like retrace my steps with this story. So we were talking about how I felt like I had to suck my friend's dick. And it wasn't like, oh my God, are you gay? Is that what that means? Like, no, it's not what it means. Like, that's not what I'm getting at. Like, I felt 100% forced. Like, I was going to be forced into doing it. Like, but, oh my gosh, how do I explain this? So just imagine I'll just tell you a freaking story. Just imagine you're a drug dealer and you're a weed dealer. How about we switch that code up? You're a weed dealer. You're dealing with weed, and you're not the best weed dealer around, right? Your prices are high. You have no job. You're trying to pay your rent with whatever you make from that pound that you're selling, from the weed that you're selling. And you're drowning right now. You're drowning in debt. Imagine drowning in debt. And you have an apartment to take care of, or let's say you have a house to take care of, and you have no money, essentially. You have no money, and your friend, your dealer, has been giving you money like here and there, and so he's selling you weed and he's giving you money at the same time. So just imagine that picture. And you know, you're buying weed as well. Like, you know, you're putting money up front, like, and he's like, I'll help you out, and he's fronting you with weed. So you just have a big problem. You just have a big problem. Like, you're not making any money. You're trying to pay for rent, and shit is just not connecting. You know what I mean? Like, you can't get a job. You've been trying to get a job. Your dealer has been trying to get you a job. Like, he's like, yo, I know this one place that you can get a job. How about you try there? You're trying your hardest, right? And then you're doing this for about a year. I can't believe this lasted for a year. This lasts for about a year. So 10 months in, you're crashing and burning at this point. You know what I mean? Like, you haven't gotten a job for 10 months. You've been selling weed for 10 months. You've been doing a little bit good here, a little bit good there. You're using your credit cards to pay for your rent. You're in massive debt at the end of these 10 months. And you still have your apartment to pay for. You signed a lease, so the lease is valid, and your landlady is going to make good on her word about taking you to court. And you get an eviction notice on your door at 10 months, and you're moving out into another place. And to set the scene, like, this place is your old dealer's place. So you feel like you're stepping up in life. You feel like you're doing a good job. Like, in your head, in your delusional state of mind, you're like, bro, I'm doing good in life. But you're not doing good at all. Remember, you're drowning in debt. And then all of a sudden, your dealer is like, I'm not selling to you anymore. And you're just like, what? What do you mean you're not selling to me anymore? Can you please sell to me? Because I have no job. I have no money. I don't know what I'm doing. You're in a state of delusion, right? And he's just like, no, I'm not going to give you any more weed. This is the last time I'm giving you weed. And you're sitting there begging. You're like, bro, please help me out here. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I can't go back home. I can't fail. So, like, you're sitting there like, bro, I can't fail. I cannot fail. And he's just sitting there like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you have to stop. I have to stop giving you weed. So he stops giving me weed. What the hell? Wait, hold on, guys. This just made no sense real quick. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I got it. So he's like, nah, bro, I'm not giving you weed. And you're like, please. He's like, no. We can't do this anymore. And and right before he says that, right before he says no, you go ahead and you're like, I want Molly. So you're like, all right, let's go get some Molly. You know what I mean? So you go to Staten Island and you're looking for Molly. And your friend from Staten Island, she's like, oh, you want Molly? I know somebody that can get you Molly. And so this kid that's younger than you is like, yeah, I can get you Molly. This is supposed to be a sad story, but it's a pretty funny story. Like, it's a very serious story. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, very, very serious. Like, nothing good is coming from this. Like, if you were to tell a parent this, they'll be like, what are you laughing at? Like, you thought that you had to suck someone's dick for money and you're not gay, so that means that you felt like you were raped. And it's just like, you don't understand, bro. So you go to Staten Island, you got your car, you have a motorcycle, shit seems like it's going well. You're a dealer, you just made a bunch of more friends, and they're buying a lot more from you. So it seems like you're coming back up from your rut. Um, they're buying, so your dealer is starting to buy edibles and concentrates and weed pens. So it looks like everything is going up. Everything looks like, okay, cool, this is what's going to happen. You're going to start making a bunch of money. So you're starting to sell more, right? You're selling more, you're selling more. And then one day you're just like, I want some Molly because I feel so good right now. You hear some voices, and these voices are telling you, hey, maybe you should go get some Molly. Like, and you're sitting at your desk in your small little apartment that you just moved into because you got evicted from your last apartment. And you didn't really get evicted. You were like, hey, listen, I want to go live somewhere else. Somebody else can take this apartment. And your landlord is like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, no, you can't do that. Like, you have a lease. You signed a year lease with me. You have to finish your lease. That's not how this works. And you're just like, you know what, fuck it. I don't care how it works. I'm going to move out. So you move out and you're in this new apartment and you start sell more weed. You start to sell more weed. Everything is starting to look up. And you're like, all right, cool, cool. You start hearing some voices and you're like, this is cool. This is not bad. Like, this is pretty chill. These voices start telling you to get Molly. They're not like talkative, you know what I mean? It was just kind of like a one-time thing where it's just like, get some Molly. And you're like, okay. And that's all it took. It wasn't like a Molly, Molly, Molly. Like, it wasn't screaming like, fucking Molly, go get fucking Molly, dude, get Molly. No, it was a small suggestion. And it was just like, you should get Molly. And you're like, oh, Molly, bro. Not even too sure what Molly is. I just know the name from random conversations with Dan and being around Dan because Dan was he was a big pot dealer. So like with pot, you know how they say that it's the gateway drug? It's just that if you smoke weed, you're more liable to talk about other stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you're more inclined to try other stuff. But I feel like you're still the same inclination to try out different stuff, no matter if weed is involved. You just decided to try weed, and that means that you're open to trying Molly and MDMA and sassafras. And I just said Molly in like 3 different ways if you guys didn't understand. Because it's Molly, MDMA, MDMA, MDA, and sassafras. What I got was called sassafras. It was Molly that was made with a plant. So it was a natural type of thing. Oh, it goes into those nipples. Oh, cool. So you get a small suggestion and you're like, you know what? Yeah, let's go get it. So you go in and you're going on this adventure, right? You're like, you're texting. I text literally. You text like one person and they're like, yeah, we can get that for you. She's like, yes, I can get that for you. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. From who? And she's like, ask Rowan. So you ask Rowan, and Rowan is like, yeah, I could get that for you. No problem. When can you come down to this island? I was like, right now. And he's like, right now? I'm free right now too. You want to come now? You're like, all right, cool. Let's go right now. So you go to, oh, okay. So you're going to the island, right? The island is called Staten Island. We call it the island though, because, that's the cool way to say it. Like, so you start heading to the island, right? And you're driving your 2000 Nissan Altima. You're feeling good. You're feeling real good. This is around month 10. You're on month 10, maybe month 11. You're on month 11 of living on your own. And it seems like things are going a little bit well. So you're just like, I'm doing well for myself. And you're proud of yourself. And you feel like you're doing something. You know what I mean? You feel like you're succeeding in life. I gotta put these on. Sorry, guys. I just have to. So you're feeling real good. You're heading down to the island. You meet up with Rowan. Rowan is like, yo, bro, so what are you about to do? I'm like, you're like, oh, nothing, bro. He's like, are you about to get with some girls or something like that? And I'm just like, yeah, maybe. But for right now, I'm just going to take these. I just wanted to try it out. He's like, all right, cool. You should definitely get some girls. Like, are you going to make a movie or something like that? Because just imagine that it's this little kid. And he's not that little. Like, he's like 16, 18 years old, and I'm 20. He's like 16, 20 years old. You're like 20 years old, and you're talking to this kid. And he's just like excited about life, and he has all these connections to get drugs, and you're just looking at him like your life is gonna go to hell, but but you're here with me right now, and we're vibing right now. We're freaking vibing. So he's like, yo, are you're gonna film with some girls or something like that? And I was like, I don't know, bro. Maybe, probably. And he's like, all right, cool. So you meet. He's like, yo, let's go to the place. Let's go get you to Molly. And I'm like, all right, cool. You go to the shady part of Staten Island. So Staten Island is like a mini city, but they did everything very quickly because it's just one small island, and they're like, okay, we have the rich people here, and we have the middle class people here, and we have the poor people here. So you go to the poor people part, right? You're at the poor people part, and you stop at this corner, and he's like, just wait for me right here. I'm gonna go get it. And you're like, all right, cool. You stopped at this random corner, and it's like the Boondocks. There's a little corner store, but the corner store literally is a window, and the guy hangs out the window. He's like, what do you want? And you can get what you want from him, pay him through the window, and you didn't have to go inside the store. Like, it was some real ghetto shit, bro. Like, I've never seen it before. First time seeing it. And then he's like, just wait here real quick and let me go get the stuff. You're just like, all right, cool. This sounds like a legit thing that we're doing. So, like, you're looking in your rearview mirror, and he goes up to some kid. He's like, "Yo, where's the guys?" And he's like, "Oh, you want the guys? All right, cool. I'll call them up." So the guy that sells the Molly isn't even there. He comes in this black truck, and then Ron comes back, and he's like, "How much do you want?" And you're like, let me get $40 worth." He's like, $40? All right, cool. Remember, you are scraping by in life. You don't have much money. You literally brought your life's you have like, you know, $1,500 at home, right? In cash in your house. But you came out with about $40 just to get some Molly. And the $1,500 you have to pay your dealer back with. So it's not even money that you can really play with. It's money that is for someone else. So you're just scraping by. Your credit cards are maxed at this point, and you're just like, all right, cool. Let me get $40 worth. He was like, $40. All right, cool. He goes back and he's like, he gets the Molly and he's like, all right, here you go. You look at it, and it is this golden brown crystals inside clear capsules. You're just like, all right, cool. You're not thinking anything of it. You're like, I got these capsules. I think I got like 4 of them. There was 4 in total. I'm looking at these capsules and I'm like, all right, cool. So he's like, all right. I was like, thank you. Thank you for getting this for me. He's like, all right, cool, bro. Have fun with whatever you're doing. I guess he doesn't do Molly himself. That's what you're thinking to yourself. You're like, I guess he doesn't do Molly because he's not even asking me for any. He didn't get some for himself. So now that you are equipped with Molly, you go back home. Go back home to New Brunswick in New Jersey. It's been a long day, and you're just like, let's start popping some. Let's see how this works. So you pop a Molly, right? And then shit just starts taking the fuck off. That is literally the best way to describe it. Shit just literally starts taking the fuck off. You've taken your first Molly. You've taken your first Molly, and now you are on a trip, right? So Dan hits you up, and he's like, yo, you want to come over? You want to chill? Or you hit up Dan. It's probably you hit up Dan, or Dan hit you up, because Dan is usually busy. He's your pot dealer, and he's usually very busy. He has a full-time job, and he goes to school part-time to get his master's degree. Wait, hold on. Let me scope this out. He goes to school part-time to get his master's degree. So he's a very busy guy. So you end up meeting up with him. Somehow, some way, one way or another, you guys end up meeting up. You go to his place, and you are high off Molly, and nobody knows. You didn't tell anybody this. You didn't tell Dan this. You didn't tell May this. You didn't tell Sam. Nobody knows that you're on Molly. You don't even know that you're on Molly. Oh my God, it's such a bad story. It's such a bad story. Like, you don't know, they don't know, you're just rocking with it. And then you start smoking dabs because that's what you do when you hang out with Dan. You start smoking dabs. You're taking dabs, right? You're smoking these dabs and you're feeling 100% so effing good. Like, so good. Okay, that's how you do it. Hold on. Let me figure this out. I know people are going to hear this story and they're going to be like, bro, I didn't even get through 10 minutes of that shit. I'm going to be like, good, because I didn't want you to. For you to watch this whole thing, you'd have to be very invested and you'd want to know a little bit about me. And I hope it's not for a bad reason. But anyway, you're taking dabs and everything is going like crazy, 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 bro. I'm not even sure if I should say crazy good because everything is just going crazy. Like, you're taking it like a champ. And then you're like 4 dabs in. And then all of a sudden, you turn around on the couch and you're seeing yourself in third person point of view. That's how high you are. You see yourself in third person point of view. And this is literally what you see. So you have the capsules in your hand. You turn around, look at yourself at third person, and you eat the 3 capsules. You just eat the 3 capsules. This is your first time on Molly. And you're taking dabs on top of that very first time that you're taking Molly. And your night just literally, it's off. It's going off. It's giving you're a deity. Like, it's giving you're God. Like, that's what it's giving, bro. And nobody knows this except you. So then you wake up in your bed the next morning feeling refreshed, feeling like $1,000,000, feeling like it feels like you just shit your whole life out and you flushed it and it's gone now and you are a new you. You just feel so refreshed. You feel like you can take on the world. And you're like, let's go get some more. So you go ahead and you get some more Molly. You're telling your friend, you meet up with your friend Trey, and you're like, bro, I know where to get Molly. Do you want Molly? And he's like, what? And his house is full of people. It seems like it's a party going on. Like, you've just unlocked a level of your life that was on the expert level setting and you didn't know that it was there. So you were like, let's click that expert level setting. You're on the expert level setting now. And Trey's house is filled with girls. Like, there's like 3 guys and there's like 4 girls. It's in your head. But no. There's a bunch of girls there. There's good looking girls there. And everybody's just like, yo, everybody wants to party. And you're just like, all right, let's fucking party. Like, I just got off of the most crazy high back there. You got off the most crazy high and you're about to take some more. You call up your boy, Rowan, And Rowan, of course, he answers, and you're like, "Can I get some more?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, you can get some more." So a guy named TJ hops in your car, you hop in your car, and a girl named Sophia hops in your car. Sophia looks pretty good. So imagine that you only like white passing girls. I think that's what May called it. It means that they're white, but they can also be Spanish and be light skinned. They can be a Asian and a black person. Uh, Blasian, I think they call them. She could be Wasian, Blasian, Spanish. She has to be light in color, though. She has to be basically white. But she could be a tan white. Like, so you know how Spanish girls are tan white. And she is your type. And you're just like, you're not paying her any mind. You're high. that is that is the gist of the whole thing. Like, you are just very, very high. Well, not yet. So you go in and Ron is like, yeah, sure, you could come down and you can get some. And you're like, all right, cool, I'm gonna come down. TJ hops in your car, Sophia hops in the front seat. TJ's in the back seat, you're in the driver's seat. You're going to Staten Island to get this sassafras, this Molly, this MDMA, this crack crystal. You head down, you get it, and then she's like, all right, can I hold on to it? Or you're like, can you hold on to this? We pick up Rowan. Rowan is like, all right, we just gotta go. And Rowan's looking around like, holy shit, this girl is hot. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, I know, dude. I know she's hot. And he's like, you are gonna make a movie. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know what's going to happen. So you get the Molly, and then you're like, can you hold on to this? You ask Sophia if she can hold on to it. She's like looking at it. She's like, I've never seen these before. These look really cool. And so she's like, let me put them in my bra. She puts them in her bra, right? Everything's going good. It's a hot day. You know, it's about summertime. About to be wintertime, but about to be autumn. But it's still hot out. So you get about like halfway to home. You drop off Rowan. Rowan goes and starts playing with his friends. And then she's like, oh crap. You look to the side and she's like, they melted. And all you see is the capsules all over her chest. And she's like, you're going to have to lick them off. And you're just like, what? And you've experienced this already, so you know it's a good high. So you're like, all right, sure, I'm gonna lick it off. So you start to lick off the Molly off of her tits. And she's just like, you know, TJ's in the back and he's just looking at you and he's just like, holy shit. And you're just like, yeah, dude, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I feel good. So you just ate Molly off of a random girl's tits. And her tits look really nice and they are pierced. So you're just really feeling yourself at this point. Like, you're on month 11, no money, about to be cut off, but not cut off just yet. You just smoked with a bunch of people. You smoked dabs and you took like 3 capsules at a time. You've taken 4 capsules to your face by yourself and nobody knows about this. And everybody is just like vibing with you. You know what I mean? Like now you're the kid with the Molly, and Trey's like, yo, I fucking love Molly. And you're like, bro, I know where to get Molly. And he's like, all right, cool, let's go get some Molly. And that's essentially how it happened. So that took an hour and 10 minutes. Oh crap. Yeah, yeah. So this is the flower, guys. And it opens up. So you got the Molly and you got the girl. You go back home and they're like, bro, where's the Molly? And you're like, it's all over the car. Literally, it's in the crevices of the seats. It's it's around the seat area, but I licked most of it off of Sophia's boobs. So Sophia had her share of it too. So she was high as hell too. But she was dirty high. She got high with cocaine and the Molly. So she was really high. She was extremely high. But everybody's fucking high. Trey's like, yo, let me get some. And he goes into the seat and he starts eating it. And now a majority of the people at the house are high. You go out for a walk, and then everything starts to turn golden yellow. And you are just feeling yourself. You're just like, holy shit, everything just turned gold. That means I am lit. I'm dead serious, like gold, like definitely gold. But anyway, let's fast forward a little bit. You get high, you start hanging out with the girls, and then something unexpected happens. Something truly, truly unexpected happens. You start to experience the biggest come down you have ever experienced in your life. You are having the biggest come down. Like you are the hugest come down of your life. Now everything is hitting you at once. And you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't deal with this. You start to hear voices and you start to see things. And you're not seeing too many things, but you're starting to see things. You're having the biggest come down of your life. You're on month 10. No, you're on month 11. And your dealer was like, bro, I can't sell to you anymore. And you're just like, holy shit, he can't sell to me anymore. I have no money. And you feel like he is going to ask for his money back. That was the last thought that you had before your come down. So you're starting to have the biggest come down known to man. You're seeing shit. Shit is going blurry and shit is getting bright. And you're just like hearing voices. And then you're walking to your friend's house. And then all of a sudden you feel like you have to suck his dick. Literally, it's just a feeling. Like, and then on top of that, it feels like he runs New Brunswick. So Dan was selling out of New Brunswick, right? Rutgers, New Brunswick. So there was a lot of students there. And he was also a student there. So it felt like essentially that he was the king of New Brunswick. Like everybody knew him. He sells a lot of pounds. You don't know exactly how much, but he sells a lot of pounds. Every time you come over, there's somebody buying something. And he sells a lot. Like he sells big portions. Like he sells 5 pounds at a time. He sells 4 pounds at a time. He sells to you 1 pound at a time. And he's given you money. Remember, he's paid for 2 months of your rent at one point, and then he paid for another $800. So in total, it was $2,000. He gave you $2,000 up front, and you're not paying attention to how much money you're using, how much money you're getting from him, and you're just like, fuck it, c'est la vie. You're having the biggest come down of your life, and you're having the biggest psychotic break of your life. You've never dealt with this before, and this is the first time that you're going to deal with it. And in that psychotic break, you start to feel like you owe people something. You start to feel like you owe people for what they've given you. You've gotten the best high of your life, and now you feel like you owe people. Because on that high, you went around and you started hanging out with a bunch of people, and as you were hanging out with those people, your life was going to shit and you didn't know how to deal with it. So then, oh crap. Ay. Oh, where did this come from? Okay. So then you're just like, all right, I got to deal with this. And you start to feel like you owe everybody a blowjob. Like it's not just your friend anymore. Now it's the people that you sell to, and it's certain people. It's not for everybody, but when you meet up with them, you feel like you have to do it, but then they don't make you do it. So you're just like relieved, but it's like, it's a psychotic break. It is, I don't want to say it like this is how murderers think, because I don't want to label myself as a murderer. I just want to label myself as a kid that has schizophrenia. But it felt like I had to do these things, and I had absolutely no choice but to do it. And that's essentially what happened. That was like the whole buildup of the whole story. So that took an hour and 20 minutes to explain as I was doing this. So would I recommend this thing? Bro, this thing is so, oh my gosh. It's so sensitive. Like, I just touched it and it broke apart. I have to really watch out what I do with this. Like, you have to be really, really gentle with it, or else it will break on you. But this thing was like for $5 at Lolita, I think it's called. It's a Chinese store. But this is my debut. That's what I'm gonna call it. This is my ticket. This is my voucher to be like, I want to become famous. Because, oh, that's another story. I'm not going to share that right now because I just pooped myself out. I just did this 13-step thing and it took an hour. I knew it was going to take a long time. But yeah, that's a story for another time. As for right now, I hope you enjoyed the story. I have more to explain, but damn, I'm tired. And it's time for me to eat. So enjoy yourself, guys.